I told you that recovery after a brain injury isn't just about healing your body, it's about rebuilding your life. I'm Janet Shane, a certified mindset and transformation coach and a traumatic brain injury survivor myself. If you're watching this today, chances are you've already done the hard part. You've worked with the doctors, you've seen the therapists, and maybe you've even joined a support group. But there's a moment that comes after all of that, a moment that no one really prepares you for. It's that quiet space when the medical visits slow down and life feels totally different. You're alive, and you're grateful that you're alive, but on the inside, something whispers, now what? Or what am I to do now? That's what we're going to be talking about today, because what comes after recovery matters just as much as the recovery itself. I remember that moment vividly in my own journey. I was sitting in my college apartment back at the Ohio State University. Everyone was saying, "Oh, you're doing so well." But inside, I didn't like who I was. I wasn't who I used to be. And I wasn't sure I really wanted to be here anymore, even though I knew I was a miracle and was here. I felt lost. The truth is, no one gives you a manual for how to become a good parent or who you're supposed to become after your brain injury. You've survived something extraordinary, but that doesn't mean you automatically know how to live again in a way that is fulfilling for you and the people you're around. You might wonder, who am I now? What is my purpose? And how do I even begin to trust myself again, or even like myself again? That's where so many survivors get stuck. Not because they're weak, but because traditional recovery ends at the body level. And what I've learned is this: healing the body is only one part of the story. Rebuilding your identity and your spirit, that's the part that brings your life back to light and gives a light for others and gives you so much for you to tap into. Here's what most people don't realize. There is a big difference between surviving and living. Surviving is about just existing. It's about getting through the day, managing your symptoms, showing up to the appointments or the therapy appointments. But living is about waking up with peace and purpose and hope and gratitude and setting intentions for your day. And the truth, most traumatic brain injury survivors never get the guidance they need to cross that bridge. Doctors heal your body. Therapists train your mind to do things in a new way. But a mindset transformation coach helps you to rediscover your soul. And that's what I want for you. Not just to get through, but to truly thrive. Because you don't need to go back to who you were before your injury. You're here to step into who you are really, truly meant to be and to become after this injury. God saved you, and now it's our job to find who we authentically are and tap into what your soul's purpose is. Let's talk about what a mindset transformation coach can do for you, especially one who's walked this path as a survivor already. A coach helps you set goals that inspire real progress, not just medical milestones where they judge you every so many weeks or whatever, but personal victories that rebuild your confidence. Things like walking to your mailbox again, remembering to journal every morning, or saying yes to new experiences. Was it easy to do all this? No, but if I didn't try, I would never know. So I stepped into it because I didn't want to stay where I was. Staying where I was harder and more difficult than stepping into the unknown. As a coach helps you to stay motivated when your recovery feels slow, I'll be there. I'm always there in Messenger. But because there are days it feels like nothing's changing. But with the right mindset tools, even slow progress becomes meaningful progress. And you'll start to see the little signs for you every day that are there to guide you. That it's not just me guiding you, but your spirit and God will send you signs. A coach helps you rebuild your routines and independence. Simple habits that restore peace, like morning gratitude, hydrating your body, moving your body, prayer, stillness, and quietness. These become your anchors when the world feels overwhelming. And maybe most importantly, a coach helps you to regain your confidence and a sense of direction in your life, and to be empowered with choice. Because after TBI, it's easy to forget who you really are. But with support, you can begin to see yourself again, strong, capable, and worthy. You're not broken. You are becoming. Unlike medical professionals, a coach like me will focus on your life after the hospital's done and you're back home with your family. Think about it. The doctors and the therapists have helped you to survive and to get where you are. But are they going to help you to go to help you to find the joy and the peace and the love from within? But who helps you live again and find joy in your days? Someone like me, a coach. Your coach becomes your partner in the rediscovery of who you are. Someone who helps you find meaning again, not by rushing you, but by guiding you back to yourself. For me, the shift came when I stopped asking, when will I be the same me again? When will I fit in with everyone else, that I don't appear different in different ways? And I started asking, who am I to become now? What am I to do for His will, not my will? That's when everything changed. I realized that recovery isn't about returning to the past. It's about stepping into the future with hope and faith and trust and belief and grace and purpose. And that's the work we do together. One mindful intention, one step at a time. So let's take a moment. Close your eyes if it feels safe to do so for you. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and slowly release it. Now imagine this. You wake up tomorrow with peace in your heart. You feel calm, grounded, and confident. You know that your life, even with its challenges, has meaning. You start your day with intention, maybe journaling, prayer, gratitude, or just sitting quietly with your coffee. You smile because you know you are enough right now as you are. This is what thriving looks like. Not perfection, not comparison, just presence, peace, and purpose. When we work together, that's what we rebuild: clarity, confidence, and connection to who you are becoming. Because when your mindset shifts, your entire life begins to open and see life in a new perspective. You begin to see possibilities instead of all of the problems. You start to trust your body again, and you remember you were never meant to just survive. You were meant to shine. You've already survived something most people couldn't even imagine going through. Now it's time to rediscover what's possible. And I'd love to walk that journey with you. That's why I've created a free resource for you, the Clarity Journal, 5 prompts to reclaiming peace, self-worth, and joy after a traumatic brain injury. It's a gentle, guided way that asks you questions to help you to start rebuilding with confidence and reconnecting to your purpose. You can download it right now. The link is in the description below. And while you're there, make sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications, because every week I share a mindset tool, healing practices, and encouragement to help you live with clarity, peace, and purpose. Because recovery isn't just about surviving. It's about thriving. And your next chapter, the one filled with confidence, hope, and self-worth, begins today. I'm Janet Shane. Thank you for being here, and thank you for believing that your life is worth rebuilding.